Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's show. In today's show, I want to talk about happiness because at the end of the day, happiness is what we all want. Whether you're black, yellow, purple, Japanese, Indian, Chinese, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, the food that you eat, where you live, and what you do, how much you have or don't have. It's at the end of the day, it boils down to happiness. Are you happy? You know? So, but it is true that many of us are not happy. And why? Some may ask, some do ask, does money make one happy? Well, money doesn't necessarily make you happy, but money can give you the necessary, money can give you joy and the cause for happiness, but money doesn't necessarily make you happy. And people do ask as well, can someone else give another or make another happy? No, because happiness comes from inside. Happiness comes from inside. So therefore, nobody can make someone else happy. People can give you cause for happiness, which is joy. People can make you joyful, and they can give you cause for happiness, but they can't necessarily make you happy. Happiness is from inside of you. If you cannot if you're not happy, nobody can make you happy. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, it becomes very necessary and important to talk about happiness because happiness is what we all want. You know, happiness is all we all want. And to be happy means that you've lived your life or you've lived your life for a certain purpose on earth. Whatever purpose it is, it doesn't matter. But you've lived your life for a purpose. The purpose could be helping somebody else. The purpose could be your profession. You know, your purpose could be, how to bring people together. Your purpose could be talking to other people, motivating them, encouraging them. Your purpose could be, you know, helping others achieve their potential. You become an enabler. Now, your purpose could be a political leadership. Your purpose could be a sport person, to be as a sport ambassador. As a sport professional representative. Your purpose could be business. You want to start up, you want to build something, you want to start something that will last long after you were gone to the ages. Something you want to build something that will make humanity a little better. You know, you just want to play your part to make humanity a little better place for the generations that are coming after you're gone. And it could be trying to help somebody else. Maybe you're helping a soul somewhere. Either you're helping children in harm's way, or you're helping families in harm's way, or you're bringing peace to certain part of the world, or you're feeding families or certain people, certain kind of people, as a humanitarian person, or as a foster man, woman, boy, girl, family, or whatever, and trying to help someone else, achieve their purpose on earth, to lead a better life, to become a better person, to do better, to achieve better, and to act better. Whatever your purpose is, you must live it. So therefore, and that is where happiness comes from inside. If you don't agree with me, which you have the right not to, because I don't know it all, but if you try and do, I want to give you one exercise to do. Just bring out, deep down in your pocket or in your wallet, see somebody in need, you know, and give him or her something. It could be $1, it could be €1, it could be whatever it is. Or go out of your way to help somebody today. Just do something that is so important for somebody else. Do something that will take you out of your comfort zone to make somebody else's life easier, better, enjoyable, and happier. Just try and do something. And after doing it, go back home and see how you feel. In the course of doing that thing, or in the process of doing that thing, and see how you feel. The feeling, the satisfaction, the joy, the happiness that comes out of that little exercise that you do for somebody else, I can tell you it's immeasurable. Okay? So, and this is how you can begin to find your purpose in life and to lead that purpose so that you can be more joyful, you can be more happier, and you can be more fulfilled. I hope that makes sense. So, what I'm trying to say here is that let us go back. I think it's hard time. We all look at it this way. I want to say something before I continue the trajectory I'm going. Most of our desires, most of our wants, and most of our needs, if you look deep down, if you search yourself deep down, you discover that these are not really needs that or wants that or desires that is really coming from you, but these are desires or wants that or needs that society has placed upon you, either because you see a picture on Insta or Facebook or on LinkedIn, Parlor or Clubhouse or uh, whatever, Twitter or whatever, you name it all, or on Google or whatever. You've seen a picture, you've read something, you've seen something, somebody have said something to you, and all of these communications now end up building something inside of you that, oh, I want to do what that person has done. I want to become what that person has become. I want to achieve what that person has achieved. I want to have what that person has got. I want to do this. I want to have this. I want to be this. I want to be that. You know. But if you take a step backwards and ask yourself, who am I? Who is me? Who am I? You discover that you are everything, because the great I am that I am is inside of you. And that is the power of your mind. And that power, the great I am that is in you, is everything, but don't claim everything because it knows it can have all that. So it's not by chasing the wind that makes you happy, because you can be whatever. So you begin to chase, or you begin to run after a particular thing, or you begin to desiring a particular thing, maybe money, a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, a house, a car, a plane, an island, or a clothes, a shoe, a wristwatch, or whatever it is that you're desiring, thinking that if I have that, or I will be happy. Boy, I can tell you that None of those is going to make you happy. That ain't going to make you happy because happiness comes from inside. Happiness doesn't come from material stuff that you possess. Happiness comes because you've given. You've given something out of you. Something has gone out of you to somebody else. You've given. And because you love, you give. And because you give, happiness comes. I read a book that says, "For God so loved the world." I mean, for those of you who are Christian, who believes or who believe in something, God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that anyone that believes in Him shall not perish but shall have everlasting life. You know, so for Him giving out of love means it becomes more happier, because if He had not given all He had, He wouldn't have gained the whole world. And because He has not gained the whole world, because the whole world where He is in the first place, so He has gained the whole world, and He knows He can gain whatever it is. So therefore, He's not running after one thing or another that is in the world that will make Him happy, but Him giving to obtain all, to have all that He has already, having Himself back. That makes me happy. So folks, happiness is not about a car, about the house, about the greens or the Benjamins in your bank account. It's not about the greens. It's not about how much you have in your bank account or how much you are worth on the stock exchange. You know, it's not it's not about valuation. Happiness is not about valuation. Happiness comes from inside, and happiness is about giving. Happiness is about sharing. Happiness is about helping somebody else. Happiness is about contributing and helping to advance human race, to advance this kingdom here on earth, to advance humanity, to make humanity a little bit better. That is where happiness comes from. Okay? So I felt I should touch on this because, I've seen a lot of comment and a lot of folks talking about happiness. Once I achieve that, once I make $1 million dough, or once I make 100 million, or once I make a billion, so I become a billionaire, I'll be happy. You're simply deceiving yourself. Or until I buy that car, or when I get a car, or when I live in that house, when I buy that clothes, when I buy that perfume, or when I have that shoes, when I have the handbag, when I have that, that all that will make you happy. None of those will make you happy. Or when I find that partner, when I'm married, and when I have that partner, I will be happy. No, you're misappropriating happiness for joy. And all that will give you, they will give you the cost for happiness, joy, but they won't really give you happiness, because happiness is feeling of contentment. When you feel contented, when you feel satisfied, when you feel I have been of a purpose, I've been of good to some reason or to some people, for whatever, that is where your happiness comes. And that is when you begin to live. I read a book that says to delight yourself in the Lord, and it will grant you the desires of your heart. Well, the Lord there means delight yourself in the power, delight yourself in the infinite power within you. Delight yourself in the intelligence within you, the intelligent power within you, and it will grant you the desires of your heart. Okay? And happy. you will be because you've known the source of your power, and happy you will be because you've known how to trust in the source of that power that is within you, that infinite power that is within you. And happy you will be because what you will be doing, you will be operating according to that power that is within you, and that infinite power that is within you is the infinite power of love, infinite power of mercy, infinite power of compassion, infinite power of grace, infinite power of empathy, infinite power of giving, infinite power of loving, infinite power of meekness, infinite power of creativity, infinite power of intelligence, infinite power of freedom, you know, because where there is love, where in the presence of love, there is liberty. In the presence of love, there is liberty because we've been told. I also read a book that says, you know, for I am the way, which is divine. I am the way, the truth, and the life. You know what I'm saying? So if you can delight yourself and trust in that power that is within you, you will find happiness because it will guide you to your purpose on earth. It will guide you as long as you don't doubt, disbelieve it, because it's an unerring guide. It's precise, it's accurate, and it's always on time. Don't be anxious because I read a book that says be anxious for nothing. Don't be anxious, don't be impatient. Don't try to do things your way, your time, because you have no way, you have no time in the first place. Your way, your time is your five senses. And they're as far as your five senses can go. In addition to that, I would also like to mention here that it is always good to have one goal at a time because the divine is not the author of confusion because there's clarity in the divine. When people try to do too many things at a time, there is confusion in them, and that is coming from their five senses, and that is your conscious mind or whatever. You're trying to do too many things at a time. So therefore, you are confused. As a result, you no longer hear the unerring guide from within you. You no longer hear the voice of the divine. You no longer hear the the divine spirit within you, which is the divine intelligence within you as he ministers, as it gives you things, where to go, how to go about it, because you are so crowded in your mind. You are so crowded with so many things, you know. So, and as a result, you no longer receive those intuitive guides, and therefore you end up missing your purpose on earth. Thereby, you trying to do everything, too many things, and end up doing nothing and achieving nothing, looking for happiness everywhere and thinking that more money, marrying that woman or that man, living in that house or in that city or in that place, wearing that shoe or that clothes, driving that car or flying that plane, wearing that perfume or whatever would give you happiness because your mind is so crowded and therefore cannot receive it and cannot hear the intuitive guide. and and consequently you misplace joy for happiness. Joy is temporary. Joy is excitement. Happiness is everlasting. Happiness lives longer. Happiness lives. Happiness liberates. Happiness makes you feel contented. Happiness has no jealousy, envy. Happiness has no, you want to make yourself happy by your effort, you know. And if you're trying to find happiness through effort, then that is not true happiness. You understand what I'm saying? So it is always good to take a step backward and do one thing at a time, because the divine that is within you can only give you one thing at a time. Anytime you find yourself with too many things, you want to do that, 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 or you want that, you want that, you want that, you want that, you want that. There's something wrong somewhere. Because you are living by your five senses of what you hear, what you see, what you smell, what you touch, and what you feel. So these are your five senses. And living on your five senses is dangerous. The end result is catastrophic. And therefore, I want to encourage everyone to take a step backward, for them to find happiness, for them to find true happiness, because happiness is not temporal thing. Happiness is not a temporal thing. I've heard a lot of folks say, "Oh, I was once happy." you know, when I had that, or when I was without man, or when I was without woman, or when I worked in that company, or when I had a business, or when I was living there, I was happy. And that puzzles me a little. That puzzles me a lot, because happiness is not a temporal thing. Once you are happy, you are happy. Once you are happy, it's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. Happiness doesn't change. You say, "Oh, I was happy today, and therefore tomorrow I'm no longer happy." Yes, that because you've missed the point. You're happy doesn't mean that happiness has left you. The happiness is still there, but you're crowding happiness for some other things. So therefore, what you need to do is to is to remove, obliterate those things that are crowding your happiness, as a result of you living by your five senses, and let happiness that is within you shine through. And the only way it can shine through is you leading your life, or living your life beyond your present conditions. Living your life for a certain purpose of helping somebody else, of doing something that is significant, that is important, that is helpful for somebody else, or to somebody else. And doing that without feeling that you're obliged or you're obligated to do it, but doing it out of love, out of compassion, out of empathy, out of kindness, out of goodness, out of mercy, you know, not because people speak your language, or dress the way you dress, talk the way you talk, fly on the same plane as you, go on the same vacation, or have the children in the same school with you, or work in the same company or in the same office with you, or you've been to the same school, or you went to the same school, and things like that, or the same college, or whatever. You know, these are not, and these shouldn't be the perimeter or the guide in judgment. According to Mahatma Gandhi, he said, "Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony." And then Mother Teresa said, spread love wherever you go. Let no one ever come to you without living happier. Without what? Living happier. Okay? And so it's all about being something to somebody else. It's all about having an impact. It's all about leaving somebody better, leaving somebody to achieve better, do better, and become better. That's what gives anyone happiness. And you must also remember that in order for you or in order for anyone to be happy, the Dalai Lama said, be kind whenever possible. It's always possible. When you are kind to others, when you are kind to somebody else, it gives you a different level of feeling inside of you. And that feeling of seeing somebody doing better, becoming better, and achieving better is what gives you happiness. It's what makes you fulfilled. It's what makes you feel that yes, you've lived to some purpose and not just being self-centered and not just being consumed by the moment. Let your true presence be felt as an addition to anyone's comfort, for only then will you know the meaning of happiness, and only then you will know the meaning of living and meaning of life. So I just want to encourage everyone out there to become a part of each other's life. Let's contribute to each other's joy, happiness. Let us be a part of someone else's happiness. Let your presence comfort anyone that experiences it. Okay? For only then you would find the meaning of happiness and the meaning of living and the purpose in which you are here to feel, to fulfill, and to accomplish. So my friends, if this has been of any help to you, why not register in one of my webinars so you can get more tip about money and life, and participate in one of my webinars or attend Edo's Financial Academy, where you will combine finance or economy or financial independence with life. Then you will find a meaning and a purpose in your existence. Until next time, stay blessed, stay safe, and look out for each other.